Hello, I'm the 10-minute English teacher. Let's get you exam ready. Today we're thinking about GCSE English language, and I'm going to be providing you with final tips for AQA English language paper 2. Okay, so we'll start by thinking about the paper and the timing. It's 1 hour 45 minutes. You get an hour for the reading section and 45 minutes for the writing section. It's the non-fiction paper. For paper 2, you get 2 texts to read. One will be probably about 100 years old or so, probably something from the 1900s, and something will be contemporary, something from a website, an article, something along those lines. For the writing section, you're given a non-fiction text to produce. The 2022 paper asks you to write an article. There are 5 questions on the paper, and really important, don't start your writing of the article with "I agree with the statement." Doesn't sound professional, and that's not how articles are written. Okay, so there we are. We've got an hour and 45 minutes for the writing section. You're going to spend 45 minutes. That's on the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side there, that's your reading section, which takes you 1 hour. So let's think about the reading section. That hour you are going to spend by ticking 4 boxes after you read the texts. For question 1, that's a really straightforward question. So you should have read both of the extracts and ticked your 4 boxes that are true in the first 15 minutes. You're asked to summarise a focus in the texts for question 2. So you're going to pull out around 8 or 9 quotes in about 12 minutes for that one. You've got a language analysis question, which is asking you to comment on what's communicated by words and phrases for question 3, which is 12 marks, and then you've got a 16-mark question asking you to compare the methods, and that needs probably about 20 minutes of your time. Once you've done that, the reading section, you move on to the writing section, and that will take you 45 minutes. It's really important to remember that you're going to plan at the beginning. I'd recommend coming up with about 5 bullet points, something like that, just to give you some direction. What are you going to focus each section of your writing on? Then do your writing, and then spend the last 5 minutes at the end editing. So there we are. We've got our 1 hour and 45 minutes. You've got your reading section that is followed by the non-fiction writing, with planning and editing a really important use of your time there. Here are some final tips for the reading section. Firstly, read the questions carefully. It sounds very obvious, but there's always somebody who writes about the wrong focus for the summary question, something along those lines, or somebody who makes an easily avoidable mistake in question 1. So do make sure you're reading the questions carefully. When you're reading the text at the very beginning, highlight key words and phrases as you read them. You're quite welcome to underline or underline them or highlight them if you have a highlighter. Read the text carefully. You have enough time to engage with them fully. So read at your own pace. Make sure that you are not simply trying to keep up with the room that you're in. Read those texts at your own pace so that you've understood and engaged with them carefully and fully. Some top final tips for the writing section now. So use paragraphs for change of direction or topic. You should use paragraphs for times, topics, people, place, anytime you use a speaker, and for impact. But if you can't work that out at this point in the game, just start a new paragraph every half a page. You won't be wrong, but you will be wrong if you hand in a piece of writing without any paragraphs in it. Plan your response first. I come up with 5 bullet points that I would then use to direct me through my piece of writing. Address the counter-argument in your response. What would somebody who doesn't agree with you say? And then you can respond to that idea. So you might start a paragraph with, some people might argue that, and you could explore what the counter-argument is and then take that on. And edit carefully at the end. Don't just check your writing and for accuracy, that is important, but make some choices too. You can amend punctuation and change that, or you might think of a more ambitious word that you'd like to use, draw a neat line through the word that you would like not to be counted, and then write above it the word that you want to use in its place. Okay, check out the other videos on my channel. I'll continue to add content, and feel free to ask for something you'd like to see me cover in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share, and keep revising.